Shakespeare's Life and World. This is an edition put out by the Folio Society. Comes with this slipcover. It's got kind of a cool mottled appearance to it. I like the way that it looks. I have no idea whose handwriting that's supposed to be. In any case, put that aside. And basically, it's about Shakespeare. It's not really a biography of Shakespeare. It is about his life, but it's also about sort of the theater and the milieu that he worked in. Let's have a look. First of all, it's got this paper front here. And then it's quarter bound in this cloth, which is a very soft feeling cloth. And there's some texture to it, but it doesn't feel rough. It feels really soft. The paper is this bright white, thick paper. With this sort of big sans serif font, and there are lots of illustrations throughout. We'll just flip through. So as you can see, there's all kinds of images throughout the thing. When I said illustrations, it's images taken from the time or about the time. This is Shakespeare's disputed coat of arms, compared with 3 older coats of arms, shown on the right. So it's this sort of big font with generous amount of clean space on the sides and the margins. And lots of images. So it feels like a luxurious book. It's sort of kind of like a coffee table book, but there's a lot of writing there, so it's not something you just sort of flip through and look at the pictures. Well, unless you want to. But it's it's some interesting reading. I have not read it from cover to cover, but it is you can sort of dip into it here and there. And actually, it is fun to flip through and look at the different images. And it's got bits and pieces of his plays and poetry in there as well, just like a little snippet. But it's a really high production quality. So it's Folio Society. So it's Smith's sewn. The binding. You can open it flat without cracking the spine. And it's on this clean, sort of acid-free paper. And it feels a bit heavier than it should for its size. It's not a small book. But I think because the paper is relatively thick, it ends up making for a heavier book. Anyway, it's nice. If you have any interest in Shakespeare, as I do, I suppose maybe I should look at who put it together. Compiled and introduced by Catherine Duncan Jones and put out by the Folio Society. So I don't think this is a book you can get somewhere else. I think it's a Folio Society book, or that's it. I think I opened this video by saying, it's a version put out by the Folio Society or something like that. It's not like you can go get this by Penguin, and this is the Folio Society edition. This is the only edition as far as I understand it. Okay, so Shakespeare's Life and World by the Folio Society.